Well, Jason Day certainly had a good year, but I think after he missed that putt to get into the playoff at the Open Championship, nobody really expected the run he would go on, and what a performance it was. The one thing I like about Jason Day and really about Jordan Spieth and Rory McIlroy is they're all really decent guys. They're all real fun guys. They're all really normal. They don't try to give you that cliche quote. I just like the way that they carry themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Day was terrific at the RBC Canadian Open. I mean, and what he's done is so remarkable, not just because he had that disappointment at the Open Championship like you mentioned, but because he was battling vertigo a month before that at the US Open. So he had a tremendous health scare and it didn't seem to deter him at all. He got better as the year went on. And there's a lot of players on the PGA Tour who get tired and get worse as the year went on. Jason Day was the exact opposite. All
right, well, speaking of going on, let's look ahead to next year and make some observations about some things that are on the horizon. Why don't you start things off?
Well, I think in 2016, it's been discussed for a long time, but one of the things we have to look for is the anchored putter ban. January 1st, 2016, players on the PGA Tour, players at any club around the world cannot anchor their putter to any part of their body, and it's going to affect some guys on the PGA Tour. Adam Scott comes to mind, David Hearn comes to mind. You know, Kevin Stadler said he might putt left-handed, and Tim Clark hasn't told anybody what he's going to do. So it's going to affect some guys, and I think it'll be interesting to see how those specific players adapt and what they decide to do.
A lot of players have been contacting Matt Kuchar apparently to learn about his style, where he kind of holds it against his arm. I think from a Canadian standpoint, you want to look at perhaps not too far down the road the future of RBC as a golf sponsor. I mean, without them, I don't know where golf would be in Canada, but their contract is up after 2017. And along those same lines, we keep hearing rumors, they are still rumors, of Glen Abbey's going to be sold and developed into homes. And it really seems to me from the sources that I talk to, it's not a question of if, but a question of when. When will Glen Abbey finally be turned into homes? And that certainly will affect the future of the RBC Canadian Open.
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, with Glen Abbey literally in its backyard, Golf Canada has a go-to whenever it needs to. If they can't find another venue with the proper facilities, the proper space to hold a Canadian Open, then they can just automatically go back to Glen Abbey. Like you said, it's not a matter of if, it's probably a matter of time. And then you start to think about, well, maybe this Phil Mickelson course in Calgary that everyone seemed to talk about as a future Canadian Open host, Golf Canada would be pretty happy if Phil Mickelson and his team developed something that could host the PGA Tour, because not too far in the distant future, they're going to be looking for something.
Phil will be an old man by that time, but we'll see if he can build courses like he plays. It certainly would be a good home. And then finally, just to wrap up, 2016 is going to be the year that golf gets back into the Olympic Games. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to see how excited players are to get there. You know, who's going to be representing. You know, it's July 11th, 2016 when the cutoff takes place, so we really have no idea. We expect Jason Day and Jordan Spieth and those guys to be in Rio, but we really don't have any idea how tired they're going to be from the schedule change that takes place, and when they get there, what kind of passion are they going to play with, and whoever is the winner, is he going to celebrate like he would celebrate a major championship? I
think I'm just disappointed in the fact that it's just going to be 4 rounds of stroke play. I wish it was a little bit more of an exciting format. Lots to look forward to in 2016, and of course ScoreGolf will be following it for you.